Hello again, YouTube. We are back with some more commentary. As stated before, this is the last round of our previous locals over at Dean's Dugout on New Year's Eve. Joined here by the mother from another brother, TJ.
The brother from another... Oh, you got me, you son of a gun. So, my instinct was to reverse it, and then... Oh, no. I have to think about this.
Sniped.
I'm emotional.
But this one, we get a repeat of myself on cam here on the right, playing Bloom, going against Rio. So a Hyper Coliseum showdown over here. He's playing his reliable BlackWarGreymon. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Our socials will be linked down in the video description down below, which includes our Twitter, our Instagram, our Discord, as well as our TCG Player affiliate. We are encroaching on 1,000 subs. You know, I don't want to jinx it, but I think we should be hitting it pretty soon, which is exciting, thanks to you guys. So yeah. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. You know, once we get a little closer to her, we're going to announce something pretty big. We've got a couple of ideas that we're excited to share with you guys and a couple ways to commemorate this big event. So, you know, stay tuned. Stay tuned. And if you like what you see, you know, I believe you can hit the notification bell so that you can see when these videos go live. But without further ado, let's hop right into the round.
You said all reliable, and I feel like
it can be.
I feel like the only reliable part of that is the part that says lie. Because there's nothing reliable about BlackWarGreymon. No. Listen, that deck has betrayed me too many times. All right.
Oh, I've shelved that guy because he's betrayed me. But Rio cooks with it though. Rio tends to cook with it, so I say reliable for him, but for us, he's probably just.
I used to cook with it.
Yeah, you did.
Then I cried. And then BlackWarGreymon was where I was a little bitch, and then it was just like, you're not gonna be allowed to play me anymore. I don't deal with pussies. And then I was like, all right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, father.
But Rio's got a pretty good start here. He's trying out the black base, which is a little bit more interesting. He does go into a Greymon, does training, and then passes turn over here with a tie after I gave him some memory going into Agitar in the back. I decided to wait and play Mimi.
It's so weird because the black base, I love it so much more from like a gameplay standpoint, right? Like in terms, or I guess a gameplay, too much video game frame, but like in terms of like how it plays though.
Yeah,
like it does play much more defensive and much more controlling, but at that same time you lose so much of the DP boosting that you like normally get consistently, that almost makes it like you can't play as defensive with how easily so many things like climb DP nowadays. Right. It's very sort of strange.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucks because I wish we had like I don't know. I don't even know where you put it. Like I wish like maybe just like there's some sort of other like.
I mean, the tie itself is like a good like DP booster. Both ties, like the
structure tie and the BT-12 tie. Yeah, they both give a lot of DP. You can get memory gain off of redirection, a bunch of crazy stuff like that. But it takes so much tamer setup like on the board that it's very difficult to get to that stage. And even then, like if you go against like a red WarGrey deck, they still just run over you like 9 times out of 10.
Just a quick interruption here. Just to summarize what's been going on, I played out an Agitar, or brought out my Agitar to play out Toga, to play out Mimi for free off of Toga suspension. Then went ahead and played out a Palmon, I believe, for search, and then played out a Lala, because Rio did end up passing over a good amount of memory for me. Sunflow to play out the Pal, that's where it was from. So I played a Lala, went into Sunflow, played out Palmon, then went into Bloom to restand, and then went into Quartz.
Sorry, I was too busy chirping.
No, you're good. I was able to build out a pretty wide board where I was like, you know what? I think Quartz would be a good way to like prevent me from like losing security, because that Metal Gray X inheritable effect is so good, particularly in Black War, where he's just burning through security. So I figured if we can keep him suspended, it just kind of slows him down a whole lot.
We see Rio building in the back, but he's kind of stuck because Black War doesn't really have a great way of getting Quartz off a board unless something unsuspends.
Yeah, we were talking about this even then. Because even then, I don't think he could proc that effect, no? Because he needs an X-Antibody or BlackWar.
He needs X-Antibody or BlackWar sources in order to delete something, and even then, it would only delete lowest play cost, which Bloom just doesn't care about. But I mean, you can clear. He can clear most of your board.
Yeah, he cleared my Tamers and the Sunflow, which is not bad.
Does slows down some aggression.
Yeah, I gave the lose 2 memory to BlackWar, which I was like, okay, sure. I go ahead, swing with Quartz. I think. How did I play at the pound line?
BlackWar is 15.
Oh no,
so
sorry. I suspended the Quartzmon from the Sunflow effect to play out Palmon.
Yeah.
And then Digizorbed for a cost of 1 into Cherry.
Oh, there you go.
And then go into Hydra to bottom deck the BlackWar, and then I should gain 3 memory. Or 2 memory.
That's the other issue with the black base, is you basically just need to run X-Antibody at 4 for your protection.
Right. And I play out a Mimi just to set up a Tamer.
Here, Rio has a hill to climb.
Yeah, he's got a hill to climb, but I mean, he's got a line. I mean, he's got both X-Antibody stacks in play, which is pretty good value. He's got the X-Antibody, like, inheritable protection, and then the same level source of protection.
Yeah.
But he's still, like you said, I mean, it's rough.
Tie. Quartz is just oppressive. It's hard, because you need to be able to swing or do something. But he really just can't do any of that right now.
So I decide to suspend the Quartz once again, gaining a memory off of Mimi, and then gaining another memory off of Agitar, to go ahead and play out a Pomumon. Go into Agitar, which I screw up because I'm not allowed to play anything by effect here because of Pomu. So that is a misplay on my end. But I do go into Bloom.
That Pomu? No, that Pomu's...
Oh, no, sorry, no. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's the one when it suspends, you suspend something else.
I got lost in the sauce of that other comment. So I was like, oh, Pomumon. No, I'm looking out for that misplay. No, but you're right.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
We're good. So we do go into Bloom to swing for all those checks. Go into Lily Ace, just so that I think I can go into another Hydra, so that if he does do anything, I just will gain turn again.
So the thing with Hydra, though, you need to suspend something in order to gain.
Well, if he were to suspend, right?
Well, no, but you just gained a bunch of memory back when you went into it.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, you're right. There's the misplay.
I think you did it.
No, you're right.
You were counting other stuff and then gaining memory. So yeah, because even if you're cost reducing, it would only be for cost of 4 or whatever. Yeah, so I'm guessing Rio just yeah, that's rough. There's just not much you can do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, being able to build that board out is, I mean, just crazy. Bloom doing Bloom things.
Yeah. It's hard, man, because if they start getting that board pressure going, Crimson Blaze is so strong right now. Yeah. If people don't have their copies of Crimson Blaze, get them now, because it only gets better as we go on.
Right.
Because as we get other decks like
Anubis,
as we get Anubis, as we get Levia, even the Leo deck with Indomitable stuff can technically, I think Crimson Blaze can stop Indomitable. Or Fortitude, I think, is what the English translation is for it. Even like the bird support that we get with Phoenix stuff, Fish deck gets support. Like, we have a lot of decks that like to spit out bodies for free and play out or wide board or play out lots of things. So as that comes up, Crimson Blaze just looks better and better of a color.
Correct.
Or a card. Red in general does look nice though, moving forward, like as a color. Like, definitely getting a lot of really good cards.
Alright, so we see Rio start. He goes into a Greymon in the back, which is pretty good. He's got good foundation going. I go into Lala, then go into Sunflow, and play out a Mimi for 3 to let me dig. I do pick up a Cherry off of that. And bottom deck an Uko and another Mimi. Rio continues to dig, plays the training for 2, and then goes into a Metal Gray in the back for 3.
He's got no protections, but I mean, he has aggression ready to go, so it kind of puts you in a spot where you can't promote. Yeah.
I think to be fair to you, like outside of Hydra, my only real way to get rid of his stacks is to like swing into it if it's suspended, which like whether he has the protection or not, it really won't matter.
Yeah.
So over here we see Rio just go into a Black War for 4 to blow up the Mimi. Yeah, which is fair.
I feel like I would have just training there. I would have just training Choki.
I think he thought about it. He like had his hand on it and he didn't. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I feel like you should have. I feel like it just because now you have more memory where you have enough memory to do loads of things.
We do go into Bloom just because I'm like I don't have much of a play because my hand is kind of gummed up, so we choose to just go into Quartz and then
if he
leave him at 4.
If he would have just used that Choki to 2,
I couldn't do what I just did.
You're stuck. You can't really do anything. You can't even Hydra play him or anything like that. You don't have enough bodies on board to do anything.
Right.
Does have a Black War X in hand, but I don't think that helps him here because you cannot suspend.
Yeah.
He cannot suspend.
He is looking.
Gaio?
Yeah, he's looking at Gaio to de-digivolve it. Yep, that's what he's looking at right now. Because I think that's probably his best way of dealing with it.
Yeah, that is his best way. For sure. Doesn't mean he needs to go all gas. Does drop the tie, give blocker, 1k blocker. And he's got another 1k
trash
blocker.
top of security off of the metal gray. Yep, which is a Hydra. We go into Uko in the back. And here I'm like, ooh, we got a lot of Sunflow and a couple, like a Hydra. And I'm like, at this point, I think my best bet is to try to turbo up, but there's not a good way for me to do it until next turn.
Well, I think do you have a level, what level 5 do you have? So you drop that.
Cherry.
Okay, drop the training.
Because the problem is I would need multiple bodies on board for Hydra, right?
Yeah.
And I would only have at that point 1 and the Hydra.
Great X in the back.
So I'm just like, well, you know, let's just hope he can't kill me this turn. And then hope I live to see out another turn where I can do a little bit more control. But it's going to be rough because he swings for 2. And then as he passes turn, he's going to trash another one, which doesn't leave me a lot of room to like...
Yeah, it does put you in a weird spot, but again, his stack doesn't have protections. You have a training, and that Palmon is a death sentence almost in a way.
So we push up with the Uko, gain a memory, and then from Palmon, we're gonna choose to do it on the. I believe I choose to do it on the Gaio. I thought about doing it on Agu, but I think I ultimately choose to do Gaio.
I think the Gaio's the smarter play because it just means that if he blocks, he gets punished for it.
Right. We do crack the training to go into Sunflow, the BT-10 Sunflow, which we choose to suspend Toga off of that to play out another body. And we choose to do the, I think it's a BT-13 Sunflow.
Yeah, BT-13.
Digivolve into Palmon in the back. And then go into Cherry by Digizorping for 1.
We do have a Hydra.
We do have a Hydra. Do play out a Pomu for 3. We were like, oh, we swing. He's like, wait a sec, he's a blocker. Let's not do that. Choose to go into Hydra, suspending Gaio to gain 2 memory, and then we would bottom deck it. And then since something was suspended, gain 2 memory.
Yeah.
We end up choking him to 1. I think Agu gives him a memory, and at that point I was like, wait, shit, Agu gives him a memory. Fuck.
Yeah, I think if you didn't hard drop the Pomu, you actually kept turn with that Hydra play and could show aggression this turn.
Yeah. And here Rio's starting to digivolve. I was like, Rio, don't do it. And I think he was so fixated on getting rid of something because he's like, I need to get rid of the Uko. I was like, Rio, no. He digivolves into the metal gray X-Antibody to pop the Uko. I was like, Rio, you could have just gone for game. I was like, just take back the metal gray Evo and just swing. I was just take that back, swing 2, and then you're good. So I gave him, we say, okay, you got game 2. We'll go to game 3.
Yeah, he was focused on climbing, trying to clear board.
Yeah. And at that point, I was just like, for the sake of giving us a game 3, let's do it.
That's fair. And Rio's been kind of bouncing around between decks too. He's been sort of struggling with what he wants to play. Because I know he was saying before to us that he was he's like he's not sure what he wants to play because he doesn't want to invest in a deck that's going to get banned or get hit.
Sure. I think I'm in the same boat where I'm like, I don't know what to play, mainly because I've probably just got like ADD with Digi right now, and I just want to play a little bit of everything. So I just keep like bouncing around between different decks.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm very much ready for EX5. I was thinking about it today, and I was sitting here, and I'm just like, I really don't have a preference on playing anything right now. I just want to play like Grace Nova. I just want to play Sovereigns. I want to play Leo.
For the next couple weeks, I'm probably just gonna crank out the Merva Cross with Uko and see how that does. Just for funsies.
That is so wrong. You're fucked for that. You are. Whoa. We're gonna have a talk off camera,
young man. Come into my office.
We're gonna need to talk about your recent deeds, mister.
But Rio, it's a good start. He's got an Agu X in the back, goes into Gray X the past turn. I promote Uko to gain a memory. We chip away with the Lala, chip away with Uko, which unfortunately hits a tie.
Well, this is sort of the bad thing too. Rio forced to kind of go in the front with that Greymon X just to try and have something ready on board because the Greymon X cannot go over any Agumon, so he is stuck just going over Red Agu. So it's hard. It's another part of Black base that can be a little bit rough.
I did pass turn just by playing out a Mimi because now he has a memory setter. I'm like, you know what, just respond with one of our own. But my hand's looking pretty rough here, just because I have a bunch of top ends and an HPD, but no like real level 4 that I can use for for gas, and I end up just hard passing because I just don't have anything to do. Yeah, I've got 3 blooms and like a couple level 5s. He goes into Guile to swing for 3 checks because of the Metal Gray inheritable, and then he trashes with the Metal, the Metal Gray X inheritable. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, I still don't have a level 4, so I can't really do anything. And there's no way for me to like pass over like choke, because like he's not gonna lose any memory, and there's basically 2 bodies coming out. So I say, well, we're just gonna play out Bloom.
Ooh, yeah.
And Rio takes it. Quick game 3.
He does take it. He does take it. All right. Well,
the Black War prevails.
Yeah, I mean, you did give him game 2. He definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, I think at that point too, like at the end, but I think he played it well enough where I was just like, at that point, he basically just won it. It was like a subtle, just like look at the play.
For sure.
And then game 3 was just Brick City. I just couldn't find anything. Yeah, it's probably the worst brick I've had with Bloom, I think, for a while, which does happen. This is
the Old Testament of no good deed goes unpunished.
Correct, because I've had a pretty good run.
This is why everyone be bad people. No, okay. Don't do anything kind for your neighbor.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've had a pretty good run of Bloom on cam, like, pretty consistent. So games like that were bound to happen. So it is what it is. It was a good, well-played game by Rio. And it was fun. It's just fun playing with Rio in general. He's always fun to play against.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that does wrap it up. Similar to our other video, for those who missed it, the shop that we're at right now, Dean's Dugout, did, unfortunately, which is crazy to think about, like half an hour after we left the shop, had a really unfortunate accident where someone broke in, and there was a robbery. Thankfully, Dean, Marilyn, and Mobin were all safe. Nobody was hurt or harmed in the event. So,
well, yeah. And to be clear, it wasn't an accident. It was an event. It was just a bad thing that happened.
Correct. So we do have a GoFundMe starting for them. So if you feel like you want to chip in, have some extra cash lying around, and donate, please do feel free. Don't feel pressured by any means. This is us just trying to spread the message and try to give back to a couple who honestly has been around for years and are just such a great and wholesome family. They're just such great people, and we just wanted to give back to them in some way and show sort of appreciation for us supporting us, every week, having locals for us. So that's in the link down below. Prayers and thoughts are honestly more than enough, but we did want to spread the message. So that's that. Thank you all for tuning in. We really do appreciate all the support, and we're really looking forward to an exciting 2024 coming up for us. And we'll catch you on the future videos. See ya on the flippy flip. Bye-bye.